Good morning, children. How are you all? In last chapter, we discussed so much about aldehyde, ketone, and carboxylic acid. So, from today's class, we are going to discuss about amines. So, what are amines? Any idea, amines? So, amines are the compounds which having the functional group NH2. In alcohol, phenol, and aldehyde and ketone, we have seen different functional groups such as OH, CHO, C double bond O, COOH, etc. Similarly, if you are taking amines, the functional group will be NH2. Such compounds are known as amines. Amines are very important compound in our daily life. Our DNA, our body, there are so much things made up of this amines. Amines are essential part of our biological system. So it is very essential to learn about amines. So let's start that. So if you are saying about amines, amines are very similar to ammonia. What is structure of ammonia? That is NH3. So if one alkyl bond is attached to this ammonia, we can call it as amine. That is, instead of one hydrogen, if an alkyl group is alkyl or aryl group attached to this, we can call it as amine. For example, here you can see instead of one hydrogen, one alkyl group. It may be alkyl or aryl. So, based on the number of alkyl group attached to the nitrogen, we can classify it as primary, secondary and tertiary. First degree, second degree and third degree. For example, if one hydrogen atom is replaced by one alkyl group or aryl group, we can call it as primary amine. If the hydrogen is replaced by two alkyl group, we can call it as secondary amine. If three hydrogens of ammonia is replaced by alkyl group or aryl group, we can call it as tertiary amine. This is the general structure of primary, secondary and tertiary amine. This is the classification. Then let's see how to name amines. So this is the general structure which we have used to name alcohol, aldehyde, ketone, etc. So what is the first step? First step, we have to count the longest carbon chain. So in order to write or in order to identify the name of an amine or any organic compound, aliphatic organic compound, we have to follow this rule. So it is a golden rule. That is, first step is count the carbon in the longest chain containing the amine. First step, we have to count. Then drop the E ending of the parent name and add amine. For example, here you can see CH3NH2. Here you can see if there is no NH2, what will be the compound? It will be methane. It will be, that is CH4 methane. So instead of one H, NH2 group is attached. If we are taking that, so it will be methane. Instead of methane, we have to drop the E. So the parent chain contain only one carbon, so it is methane. So drop E of the methane and add amine. So we can call it as methanamine. If it is ethane, ethanamine. Propane, propanamine. And there will be primary, secondary and tertiary amines. So if it is secondary amine, that is nitrogen is attached to two carbon chain. Like nitrogen is directly attached to two carbon bonds are there here, 1, 2. So there are two carbon directly attached to nitrogen. So it is a secondary amine. So in order to write the name of secondary amine, first we have to give the prefix N prefix. So first we have to give the N prefix. Then shorter carbon chain, its side chain prefix name. For example, if you take this nitrogen, this amine group, there are two type of carbon chain. Here the shorter, this is the shorter carbon chain which having only one carbon. It is the longest, 1, 2. It is having two carbon. So which is shorter? This methyl group. So the shorter is with the prefix, that is N-methyl. Then this is ethyl, 1, 2. Two carbons are there. So N-methyl ethanamine. N-methyl ethanamine. The name of the compound will be N-methyl ethanamine. Then if we take our tertiary amine, what we have to do? We have to use the prefix two N's, that is NN, then two shorter carbon chain in the said prefix. Here dimethyl ethanamine, similar to that. This is the method of naming of aliphatic amines. Then what is aromatic amines? So if there is no other functional group and all, if it is directly attached to the carbons, it is act as a parent. The aromatic amine belong to specific family which act as a parent, that is directly added NH2, that is phenylamine. This is phenyl to phenyl group, NH2 attached, so it is known as phenylamine. It is the parent chain, and the common name of this compound is aniline. It is aniline, and so this is a parent compound aniline. And here similar to that N, we have to give the prefix N if there is any other functional group, N-methyl aniline. We can call it as N-methyl aniline. Then NN dimethyl aniline. Similar to that. Parent correspond to parent chain we have to write. That is, we have to put the prefix N, then it is a aniline. So to the aniline, one CH3 is there. So N-methyl aniline. Here it is the aniline. To the aniline, two methyl groups are there, but we have to give the prefix N dimethyl aniline. And if a compound having more than one functional group rather than amines, if we take a compound, it's also having our amine functional group, with that one more functional group is there. What we have to do? We have to do like first we have to give the prefix amino, then parent chain and the functional group, that is amino. It is ethane, so amino ethanoic acid, COOH. This, so it is carboxylic acid, so amino ethanoic acid. We have to write the compound's name with functional group, then we have to add prefix amino. This is only the difference, and we have to give the position name for the functional group, that is here 2-amino-ethanol. It is ethanol, 2-amino-ethanol. Here also you can see we have to give the position of amino group 2,4-diaminophenol. So we have to consider the compound with functional group. We have to consider this functional group. We have to give number to the amino group. So 2, because this is 1, so 2, 3, 4. 2, 4 amino phenol. Here also 1, 2, 3. So it is a aldehyde. So 3 amino benzaldehyde. It is a benzene. So 3 amino benzaldehyde. So if there is 2 NH2 group, what we have to do? We have to name the compound and we have to put diamine. For example, it is hexane 1,6-diamine. It is benzene, and to the benzene ring, we have to count the position of amino group, then benzene 1,4-diamine. This is the general method. Then how can we prepare our amines? The preparation of amines, it is mainly by 6 methods reduction of nitro compounds, reduction of halides with ammonia, reduction of amides, reduction of nitriles, and Hofmann degradation of amides. So let's see one by one. Reduction of nitro compounds. Nitro compounds are the compounds which having nitro group, that is NO2 group. And if we reduce the nitro group, which give corresponding aromatic amine, first degree amine, and using reducing agents such as tin, HCl, etc. So it will give aniline. And reducing agents like iron, tin, and catalytic hydrogenation, that is using platinum, palladium, nickel, can used for the hydrogenation. So it is reduction. We know reduction is hydrogenation. So it will reduce, that is instead of this or removal of oxygen, we can define reduction as adding of hydrogen or removal of oxygen. So this oxygen will remove and hydrogen will add, that is hydrogenation. So we'll get, if nitro group, the oxygen will remove and hydrogen will add, we'll get amino group. So it is the first method, reduction of nitro group. And here you can see reduction using different reducing agents like platinum, iron, tannous chloride, etc. We'll get what type of parent we are taking. With that we will get the compound. Only the oxygen of nitro group will remove and hydrogen will add to this. The first method. And reduction the halides with ammonia. We are taking alkyl halide. To the alkyl halide using we are using ammonia as a reducing agent, and we'll get our primary amine. For example, here you can see first an adduct will form, and following hydrolysis we will get amine. And this primary amine formed can again treated with alkyl halide will get secondary amine. If we treated with our secondary, will get tertiary amine, such that this it will goes on. Alkylation of secondary amine will get tertiary amine. So in general, primary amine, if primary amine treated with alkyl halide will get secondary amine. If secondary amine treated with alkyl halide will get tertiary amine. Then next one is reduction of amides. It is also we know what are amides. Amides are the compound which having C double bond O NH2 bond, and the reagent used here is our lithium aluminum hydride. It is a very strong reducing agent. We have to use strong reducing agent. So the oxygen atom will be replaced, which give 2 hydrogen. So if you are taking secondary amide, will get secondary amine. If you are taking tertiary amine, will get tertiary amide. So this reaction is occurring through nucleophilic acid substitution, then nucleophilic addition. It's a two-step reaction. First step is nucleophilic acid substitution, then addition reaction. Then reduction of nitriles. For we have to reduce nitrile using strong reducing agents like hydrogen in the presence of catalyst nickel or Rani nickel, and reducing agents such as lithium aluminum hydride to yield primary amines. The main mechanism is nucleophilic addition reaction. We know what is nucleophilic addition. Here you can see the cyanide. It is replaced by our alkyl amine. Then Hofmann degradation or Hofmann, it is also known as Hofmann bromamide